wait, so you got these Ryback tweets? What's going on?
Yeah, so when the fan video of that Nia Jax punch, which was she drilled her, especially from this angle, you can tell. Brian Alvarez tweets the video and goes, "Well, there you go. That was not an inadvertent elbow. She punched her right in the face. I don't want anyone to lose their job, but at the very least, Nia needs to be sent back to developmental for a while. This isn't the first, second, or even third time that it's happened." And actually, this is two former Keeping It 100 guests going at it as well, Brian Alvarez and Ryback here. Ryback responds, "Shut the fuck up. Who the hell are you to make a statement like that? You're a fucking mark, and your shit opinion is the reason a lot of people spew hate onto wrestling. You're a pussy who can't do it, so you criticize those who can. Mistakes happen. Your parents understand that." So... I don't think Alvarez ever got back to him, but a lot of fans were coming at Ryback on that, saying things like,
well, in Brian Alvarez's defense, Brian Alvarez does work.
And that's one of the tweets was, I think Brian Alvarez has had more matches than Ryback or Nia Jax combined, was one of the responses.
Maybe not Ryback, but definitely maybe Nia Jax. But yeah. I've tag teamed with Brian Alvarez, and I'll admit it was funny because Russo's at war with those guys and stuff and all that, and when I tagged with Brian Alvarez, Russo was giving me shit for tagging with the guy. I'm like, dude, it's pro wrestling. It's a work.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't book the match. Somebody booked me, but I worked with him. Let me tell you something. For what I expected from him, I was very impressed about that. He wasn't a good worker, greater, but he wasn't bad at all. Like, he sold well. He threw decent chops. It's like he made a decent showing for himself, So it wasn't like he's not like I've seen way worse. I've seen way worse workers than him, And he definitely was not that bad. I got to admit that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only match I've seen of his was the one that Russo and Jeff commentated over, where I believe he wrestled in a backyard and he takes a bump into a kiddie pool and things like that. So they had a lot of fun making fun of that. But
interesting.
But I like Brian.
Very interesting. Okay. So they went out. Interesting. So what was basically the what has been the reaction from like people in the business over this? Did a lot of people tweet about this?
Yeah, I think it seems like there's a lot of people that at first were just saying, "Hey, shit happens, accidents happen," but then when you see the footage, I mean, you can see like, and there's people that'll say, "Hey," there's a lot of people tweeting, "What do you know if you haven't been in a wrestling ring?" And I'm like, I know what a real punch looks like. If you can't tell the difference between a real punch and something that's pulled after all the wrestling that the fans watch and everything, I don't know what to tell you. But I mean, she slugged her for some reason. But I mean, it's gone back and forth. There's certain people backing her and saying, "Hey, maybe she slipped, whatever." Other people saying that she's unsafe. I mean, it just really depends on who's tweeting. But a lot of chatter about it, definitely.
Interesting.